Evening, Atari fans. This is Dr. Clue. I'm a longtime fan of the Atari Beige series, the Atari 800, the Atari 400, and all that good stuff. This one is an Atari 400 I picked up at Retro Madness in Arlington, Texas, and it really caught my eye when it had this sticky on it saying AV, not RF. That really intrigued me. But as I got to looking at it, other things intrigued me about it even more. So let's just take a look at what this beauty has. So, for starters, either parallel or serial connector. I've yet to identify exactly what this thing does or how to use it. And again, I'm an Atari 400 user from it was my first computer back in '82, so I'm aware of what this should have, right? It's a very highly modded 400. I'm not yet sure exactly how much memory is in it, if they're bothered to do any upgrades. The power cord is just that. It's just a simple power cord connected to it, so the power supply has been added inside. That's a nice move. And the RF, rather than having RF, we have the AV. So they've got the cable that used to be the RF cable. They use that for the video, and then you plug in the audio right there. So that's what we have, and I'll show you the result of it here in a second. Oh, and there's a switch back here. And I've seen some in the past, and that's in the past has been an OS switch or a switch for built-in BASIC or whatnot, but that turned out actually not to be the case for this particular modded 400. But still nice, huh? So here we have it. Now I'm going to plug in the sound. And give me just half a second here. There goes, plug that in the back. Okay, let's plug up its power. And let's take a look at it. Sorry for all the jitteriness there for a second. Again, would love to find out more about that in the near future. I don't know if that's going to be a particular term program or if that was just simply used for an external keyboard, controller. I'll have to try that out. So here we go. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Check it out. It doesn't turn on. Why? Because this power switch is the master power switch. And that actually energizes it right there. Now you can turn it on and off all you want. I like that because it actually turns the power supply completely dead off if you don't need it. That's actually quite nice. Here's the display. It actually looks a lot better on my camera. It's actually a lot darker looking in person. And when I got it, it actually came with Missile Command. So yep. So there you go. And of course, turn it off. Not too much else to say. Just very, very interesting. It's not very often you see an Atari 400 in any kind of retro store, and certainly not one that's AV modded like this. So I was quite happy with it. There's hope to find out more about it. Hopefully find out the memory and what that cable's for. So I may try a thing or two and see. That's it for now. Part 2 of the mysterious Atari 400. So I'm taking the serial interface cable, whatever it is. There was a hack that a friend of mine, Rick Deferson, of More Than Games in Austin, Texas, did for my Atari 800. Actually took this keyboard controller, added a serial port, kind of looking connector to it, and it allows the keyboard to be used as, this part is an external part of the keyboard. Just to show that this is not the case. Of course, we're typing away. The internal speakers, you can hear it very faintly, but it's for the most part disconnected. So I'm going to type on the actual keyboard now, the numerical keyboard. And as you can see, we are getting nothing, 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 still nothing. So this is not the case. So that's one test out of the way.